Wanna buy a home but you can't get a loan? Call Booth Corp, just pick up the phone.
It feels good. I feel like it's never going to get here, even though it's only maybe a week away. But it's been a long time, longer than I anticipated that it would be. I figured we'd get it done sooner, like I said, going to school. We was hoping a couple years. I mean, we were really hoping to get it done in a couple years, but life happened, things happened. I went back to school and just, wasn't working as much. And we still, worked on maintaining that credit as much as possible. But, like I said, life happens. Then COVID happened. So yeah, we definitely anticipated being sooner than the 5 years, but glad that we're at least able to get it at that 5 years.
They had their livestock out there, so every night they're coming out there. And every day, usually morning and night, so they didn't really have the privacy,
Yeah.
That was one of the downfalls.
You just don't feel like it's your own home, that you can't do what you want to do to it. It's, it has to go through somebody else. And, making it your own is a little bit more difficult to do when you're renting. But it's just one of those things, you have to get that approval and you're able to do those things. I feel like this house, we were able to pick our colors to our thing. We knew we would. It was always that hope, and that was our goal. So we knew we want to own. We don't want to rent anymore.
Just own your own home, so you can do what you want to, make your own decisions. And this wall's coming out,
And you're putting money in. You're paying for a house, but really not getting anything out of it. You're paying the rent. You're not, paying the mortgage to own the home, and you just never know when you might get that. Oh, we decide we're going to sell the house, and you have 30 days, whatever, to move out. It's just, there's so many uncertainties when you're renting a home that you don't know what the next day's going to bring. Kind of like when we were living there, that's kind of what happened too. Which is why we were looking. They didn't give us 30 days, but they were like, our son's going to live here now, and so we had to find something, and our goal was to own a home instead of going back into the renting. So, because we want to stay there. We don't want to have to move in 2 years because they don't want to rent it out anymore, whatever the case may be.
Finances, your credit score isn't where it's supposed to be, and it's a good program to get into what you want, give you time to build up your credit.
Right.
Get the equity in the home.
Kind of let you know where you're at and what you need to do to get to where you need to be, and give you that opportunity to work on that. And you just, sometimes when you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, this is too good to be true. Is this really going to happen? Is this program really? Well, I'm always skeptical. It's been burned a few times in my life by certain people or companies, whatever. And so there's always that hesitation. And me, when I do something, I have researched it, and think it through, because you got to protect yourselves and your family. Well, you're not proud of where you're at that moment, but that these were things that are just going to help you to get to that point. And I think that it's great having a company that can help you to get to that point, know where you're at this moment, what it's going to take for you to own your own home, and and kind of keep you on track. And I think that it's a good program, and it might be a little frightening at first, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm giving this person who I don't really know all of this information. It's a good program, and it, like I said, it just kind of lets you know where you're at, where you need to be. I can see is that we've really made it our home. As far as family-wise, and we're always there. We have everything that we need there, and we made that backyard kind of like our little space. Yes, and that was going to be our home, and just everything we put into it. And we kind of have the best of both worlds. We're like on the edge of town, so it's like we're in town, but we're still, looks like we are a front yard or a backyard. It looks like we're in the country. Right. Neighbors are far enough away. Yeah. This is forever home.
Honestly, we found the best view in town.
Yeah.
Looking straight out to the south.
Yeah, the neighbors can't see us when we're sitting on our back patio, which is great too. Yeah. It's just our little haven back there. We sit out there and
around in the pool.
Yeah. We do have a lot of family time. Just between our kids and some little bit my family, but more so his. Just yeah, we do a lot of things there, and everybody, it's
Everybody
good
loves it.
times. Yeah, they love our backyard. Well, I guess, always paying attention to your credit score. I mean, I think sometimes we all overlook that, but knowing that there's something out there that to help you. I mean, it's, don't take that no for the last answer, I guess. That there's other options of places that would work with you, like Booth Corp, to get you into your own home. I mean, renting is, yeah, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's just such a better feeling knowing that you have that potential to own your own home, and then when you do, it's even better. That would be terrible. I mean, because if somebody has a pet, and you can't expect them to get rid of their pet, because I would be like, I would live on the street before I got rid of my pet. I mean, no, pets, my dogs are important to me, so. How about very relieved?
Very relieved, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's very exciting, actually.
Yeah.
Don't let the time sneak up on you.
Yeah. It's a great program. Just follow through with everything. And do just fine.
Then you can be owning your own home.
Yeah, do what you're supposed to do. It should all fall into place. If you're committed.
We knew what we needed to do, but then we were
both, I
also
mean.
motivated to do it. And like I said, we know we wanted to stay in that home, and that was the home that we had chosen, which kind of makes a big difference too. And we, like I said, we knew what we had to do. I mean, by the contract, by the meetings that we had all in the beginning, I said, yeah, it did sneak up on us, but it's still in the back of our minds. We know what that end goal was, and that was to own that home. I would definitely visit with James Booth to see what he can do.
I just happen to have his number here.
Yeah, I mean, if you've looked at other options and nothing is working out and you don't feel like you can, I mean, this is just a good program that, yeah, you have to go through maybe an intense process to kind of see if you qualify and to do all of that. I mean, because there's still, you've got to make sure you have a good candidate too, but at the same time, I mean, I think you're willing to look at, and work with anybody that's willing to, and showing that they're willing to do what they need to do as far as the budget wise and seeing where they're at. Oh yeah, and I thought it was very clear in the very beginning as far as what that expectation was and what we needed to do. And I think just throughout it, I guess, yeah, we could have done things better, could have got things through it quicker, but the end result is we're getting it done, and yeah, and just to reach people, because it's like, maybe they just at a point in their life, they just don't think they're ever going to own, and so they just think that they're going to be stuck renting, not even realizing there's some options that can potentially help them get there. But for sure, yeah, and we needed it now. We wanted to have that, rent with the option to buy whatever we knew, just the end result was going to be buying that house. I just think the biggest thing is that people just need to know that there are options, and that, that they think that they can never own a home, they can. They just need to get the right people to work with. If you're in a community where you want to stay, then owning is definitely the way to go.
Snuck out. Told you.
Home but can't get a loan. Call Booth Corp just to pick up the phone. 402-644-8320.